So first is that if you're going to get married and you're deciding to get married, please understand, first, this is a roller coaster. That's the first vision that comes to mind. It's a roller coaster. It has ups, it has downs, it has periods when it is flat, then it plunges. The whole idea is to stay in the marriage because you must understand why you got into the marriage in the first place. Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday. And today I want to talk about marriage. I wanted to say staying married in the COVID season. But things that are reaching my attention, I think, is staying married, you know. I've had a few stories that I was even flicking through looking through Instagram and social media, seeing people who are separating after 2 months. I saw another one 6 months. It's due 1 year. People, please. Marriage is not something to be taken lightly. But also, let me say this. Marriage is about character and it's about evolving. And I think when you get into marriage, you have to get into marriage with your head sitting firmly properly on your head and knowing that there's no exit to this thing, you know? And you can't, not after a year, not after 2 months, not after 6 months. Let me balance it. Unless you married the wrong person from the get-go and you knew. Because we're very spiritual. People know when things are going to work and when they're not going to work. And then there's the work into it, you know, because I think that's the other side of that. You know, marriage is about work. It's hard work. It's not easy. This is not Hollywood, Nollywood, Riverwood, don't know which wood, Bollywood style. Marriage is real. And it's hard because it's about two people coming together who have different maybe characters, they have different personalities, they've been brought up differently. So even if their values can be basically the same, that value can be so different because of where you were brought up, because of the conditions of the people that brought you up. There are so many underlying conditions that are all speaking to this. So first is that if you're going to get married and you're deciding to get married, please understand, first, this is a roller coaster. That's the first vision that comes to mind. It's a roller coaster. It has ups, it has downs, it has periods when it is flat, then it plunges. The whole idea is to stay in the marriage because you must understand why you got into the marriage in the first place. And then change is another one. Changes take place. Everybody is changing. They say, although I don't like blanket statements, that women get married to men expecting them to change. And men get married to women expecting them never to change. But change is inevitable. It has to happen within the marriage because people are changing. Every day we are morphing, we are growing, we have different experiences. Change is being brought and not only limited to the following things. There could be financial changes. We're in a pandemic and a crisis and maybe there'll be a change in the finances within the family. It could be, is it a single parent home? God forbid somebody passes on or somebody is sick or there are medical bills. There are unexpected circumstances. Children change everything in a marriage. They have to, because children come in with work, they come in with their own work. So what I'm feeling in terms of even those changes and the decision to be married is that it has to be a very solid decision. And it has to be a decision based on real life. Also, I think the third point is that even you're real. You know, the problem with dating and the way people date is you present a picture that is not the real picture. You know, perhaps we should go dating without makeup. Maybe we can try that one. You know, would be good. Let's see. The real you. I love people, and they've been few, the ones that I know with my experiences, who the first 2 or 3 dates is to discuss everything that's wrong with me. That would be such a great approach. Instead of trying to paint this picture about how great you are. No, you're not. You're great, but there's a side of you. There's a strength, there are weaknesses. You need to present your weaknesses. And they are so different, and the things that I feel that turn a marriage around are so tiny. If you explain to somebody else, they wonder what's wrong with you, but it's so irritating to the other person. And perhaps a good marriage prayer is to pray that the voice and the other person will not irritate you. Because I had something which sounds like an oxymoron, that they love each other, they just stopped liking each other. That was Bishop T.D. Jakes, and that's what happens with many marriages. So really, if we rewind, like this person. Be a friend to this person. I keep saying, and I've said it before, strip them of everything. Every name, every title, every position, every outfit, every property, every car. Strip them of jobs, everything. Leave them bare and naked and say, can I live with this person for the rest of my life. And when problems come, I mean, I'm almost thinking, these people are getting divorced after 2 months or separated 6 months. Did you know each other? What was that about? Or is it that you don't understand that we live in a world with problems? And then to make matters worse, it's shifting and changing every minute. Honestly, you have to have a conversation with yourself, meeting with self. Marriage is difficult, it has challenges. Not only marriage, life is difficult, life has challenges. And you have to develop the capacity to go get around issues and problems and solve them, and even agree to disagree. It's a very powerful thing. Agree to disagree. I hope you're not opening up your marriage and marriage issues to the world. First of all, some of these things are on the internet. Why are they on the internet? Because somebody should be trying to fix and repair, and have, maybe it's expectations. I mean, so many things are going through my head. Is it expectations? Or you have also, developed patterns and developed thought processes or images or ideas around what marriage should be, and that's not what marriage is. So you need to get a proper, benchmark or thermometer about marriage, and you need to like the person that you're married to, you need to love them, and you need to know that you're in this for the long haul. And if you need help, get help. Did you get premarital counseling? Get premarital counseling. And understand that everybody has issues. You're no better than the next person. You're both working on yourselves. You're both work in progress. But be committed to making this marriage work. 2 months, honestly, is it one argument? How many arguments are those? No. You're in it. So go into it with your eyes open, with an understanding. This is the place where even the younger people need to sit with the older people. Because honestly, it's that tighter scripture that you need to learn. You need to learn from older men and older women and people who have been married longer. And also just look at the stages of marriage, Talk to people who have been married 1 year. Talk to others who have been married 3 years. Talk to people who have been married 5 years. Because things are always changing and evolving. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong, but if I'm wrong, you'll let me know. But I'm almost feeling like it's actually sad that we're raising a generation where the world revolves around you. That's not true. Because there's a selfishness to ending marriages early, if I could say so. 2 months, 6 months, that's selfish. Something is not right with this picture. And you need to find what's right. And I think the people who have talked about marriage and have seen their marriages working say it's a sacrifice. And it's really about the other person. So the marriage is not about you. The marriage is about the other person. And it's about making sacrifices towards them. So if we live sacrificially, then we're going to have a productive and a long marriage. And for Christians, you need to go into Ephesians 5, 21 to 33. There are 5 prayer points, 2 for women, 3 for men. 1 for women is to respect and to appreciate their husbands. For the husband is to love his wife as Christ loved the church. It was sacrificial. To love his wife as he loves his own body. And we know that men love their bodies. And the third one was to present her to the world. Beautiful, cultured, without spot, without wrinkle, without blemish. And the most important thing as a Christian is you must be submitted to Christ and then submitted to one another out of reverence for Christ. But there's no marriage that you can enter into. Okay, no, it's not a bad one. Unless there's violence, you're in danger, everything can be talked about and gotten through. But I feel that my main message for today is you have to be committed to the process. You have to be committed for the long haul. Don't get into these things lightly. Hey, Yani, I'm even feeling, and I've said it before, I think I need to write a book about marriage, a questionnaire. I'm going to put it on the internet. Answer these questions first before you move into marriage, and forget about Hollywood and Nollywood and Bollywood and Riverwood and every wood. This is real life, and it's hard, and we must accept challenges, and we must have ups and downs, and we must understand it's a roller coaster. Go watch a roller coaster and see how it moves. And be committed to each other and to the idea and to the institution of marriage. Stay married. Love each other. Sacrifice for each other. God bless. See you next Thursday.